What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the 1 plus Den of M. My name is Matthew Ropolis, and this is my channel. How's it going, everyone? I want to start off today by apologizing for the reaction videos. They're late and they're not great, I know. This is my first actual video, so I'm still learning, and even though I don't have too much footage in the way of reaction content, I do want to introduce you all to a very special segment I'm going to be doing on this channel called Unmasked. Alright, so I'm really excited to get this up and running so that others who may not be as familiar with the comic book characters can get a brief rundown of the characters that we'll be seeing in the TV shows and films, hopefully chosen by you guys. So I've included reactions from both episode 1 and 2. Obviously the display capture was not my friend, and you'll notice that I have upgraded my webcam and lighting. So give the channel a chance to get going because I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I cannot wait another minute for this, so it's happening now. Chills every time. Oh, this is the opening from the trailer.
Sam, Torres here.
Backtrack the Leaper again. Oof. Bucky. Oh, okay.
So, rule number 1, you can't do anything illegal.
All I did was give some intel to the aide to convict her, and I wasn't involved in anything else.
Rule number 2,
What was rule number 2?
nobody gets hurt. It's a big one.
Then why isn't it rule number 1?
And what about rule number 3? The whole point of making amends is to fulfill rule number 3.
Of course, I completed rule number 3.
I am no longer the Winter Soldier,
I'm James Bucky Barnes, and
and you're part of my efforts to make amends.
Oh.
So, you did it all right, but I am the only person you have called all week. That is so sad.
Why
You're
is she so
alone.
mean?
You're 100 years old. You have no history, no
Are
family.
you lashing out at me, Doc? Because that's really unprofessional.
Okay.
You know, I mean, when did that start? When did you start yelling at your clients? Oh, the Notebook, that's great. All right, give me a break. I'm trying, okay? This is new for me.
Oh my God, Sam, you better look at this.
On behalf of the Department of Defense, join me in welcoming
Your new Captain America. Time to go to work.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wait. Shit. They keep saying that word, but it's Disney.
Bucky, talk to me. What's going on?
Found the hostage.
She's not a stitch.
You okay?
She's fine. Oh, God. Ooh.
I always wanted to do that.
No, go away. I don't want you here. Why are they all just strong though?
That little girl kick your ass.
There is someone that you should meet.
Is it Reed Richards? Mephisto?
We're here. Okay then, we're gonna go see Zemo.
Okay. It's time to unmask Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, in this week's episode of Unmasked. Let's see what we know about the character so far. He was first introduced in Captain America Comics #1, published in March of 1941. He's always been a friend of Captain America prior to and during the war. Now, the way Bucky and Captain America were originally separated is pretty much the same in both the comics and the films. He had 2 arms, lost an arm, then he got a metal arm, lost that one too. And he got a new black metal arm in Wakanda, which we've now officially seen in action as of episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Badass. We also know that he's a master assassin who's known for his previous kills, as confirmed by Natasha Romanoff in Captain America, The Winter Soldier. And I'll get into that a little more later. So the character suffers from significant memory loss as a result of having his memory wiped in between kills before being put back on ice, so to speak. And I think a large part of the character's story is going to be about him dealing with that trauma from his past, as we saw in episode 1 when we found out that Mr. Nakajima is actually the father of one of the innocent bystanders he murdered. Now, I get that Bucky's trying to make amends, but he seems very close with Mr. Nakajima specifically, which makes me think that there might be more to the story that has yet to be revealed. Now, Bucky has the typical enhanced soldier abilities like enhanced strength, speed, stamina, accelerated healing, along with his bionic arm, which we haven't seen a whole lot of in the films given its capabilities in the comics. And the fact that we saw Ulysses Claw from Black Panther with a similar vibranium arm makes me think that Bucky may be receiving an upgrade by either the end of this series or by his next film appearance, if there is one. Now, Bucky also notably carries a very special device that we haven't seen at all in the MCU, and I'm gonna get to it. Just wait, I'll get there. The character is incredibly connected through the Marvel Universe, having run-ins with X-Men's Wolverine, the Fantastic Four, even Norman Osborn, just to name a few. One of Bucky's most notable connections, though, are the one and only Natasha Romanoff herself, even having trained with her in the Red Room. Now, this is where we start to see some differences between the comic book and the MCU versions of the character, given the events of Endgame and the scene in The Winter Soldier where Nat recalls her experience, where someone she was guarding was shot through her by the Winter Soldier, also known as Bucky Barnes. Now, given her death in Endgame, I don't think we're going to see a relationship developing between Natasha and Bucky necessarily anytime soon, unless she was a Skrull or, Now, it is possible that instead they'll use Florence Pugh's character, Yelena Belova, in place of Natasha Romanoff's Black Widow, given that she is the new Black Widow, and both her and Bucky have been members of the Thunderbolts, which we know are coming. Okay, this might be a bit of a stretch, but hear me out. In the comic books, the facility that was housing Bucky in between his kills with Hydra was owned by a man named Vasily, who actually inherited the facility. The character is revealed to be the Red Skull by means of a part of Red Skull's soul attaching itself to his body. Now, there's a couple things here. One, although a return from Hugo Weaving is pretty much out of the question, we did see the Red Skull return in Endgame, played by Walking Dead actor Ross McQuand, who was recently revealed as a cast member in the upcoming Obi-Wan series on Disney+, meaning a return is completely possible. The other point I wanted to bring up is that given that the Red Skull we saw was transported to Vormir by means of the Tesseract to guard the Soul Stone, it would make sense that his soul or spirit could eventually find a way back from Vormir, especially since Thanos atomized the stones. Now, perhaps his sentence is considered served with the Soul Stone gone for now, but I mean, he's a pretty massive character in the MCU to begin with, so I know we haven't seen the last of him, and we know we haven't seen the last of the Stones either, given what we've seen in WandaVision and knowing that the Loki in the alternate timeline has possession of the Tesseract or the Space. In the comics, Bucky is known to carry a teleportation device, and that is something we have not yet seen in the MCU. However, in the recent video game release of The Avengers, the character Kate Bishop was retconned to have the ability to teleport by means of a teleportation device. And we know that actress Haley Steinfeld has signed on and is currently filming Hawkeye. Okay, so it is April 1st, 2021 at 11:20 p.m. and that is all for me tonight, folks. I will probably be watching episode 3 in 4 hours, so stay tuned for the next reaction. I'll try and make it better. Now, I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about, so be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know who you want to unmask in the next episode. Until next time, my name is Matthew Ropolis, and this is the 1 Plus Den of M.